This week's episode is all about the business pieces of coaching. Whether you're a coach already or you're aspiring to be, or you're working in the wellness space, this week is for you. This will happen on the last episode of every month. And during this episode, we will get down and dirty with some amazing experts in the fields of business and coaching. And we will teach you all the pieces you need to build, grow, and scale a profitable practice. You won't want to miss a single show. Jenifer, thanks so much for being here.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm so excited to talk to you again today. I feel like we hadn't talked in a while, so this will be
Yes, it's been a while.
Yes. So tell everybody kind of who you are and a little bit about your work.
Yeah, so I'm Jenifer Self, also known as the Happy Hormones Coach, and I started my business from Coach Kela's certification program. And basically, I work with women through nutrition and fitness for balancing out hormones. So I fell in love when I was in the certification program with the hormone part of it. And I just want to help women get the message out and see that we do not have to experience a bad period that's not normal, and kind of give you that experience, how I got.
Yes, I love that. And you started as a client first, and then you started, went into the certification piece. And so Talk to me a little bit about what you loved about the certification and why you kind of decided to do that.
So when I first reached out to you, I was desperate. It was my pain point to the max of getting pregnant. That was why I originally started. And then you had talked about the certification. I was already a coach working with women, but it was a totally different aspects. I didn't think about the hormones or fertility. And I even was hesitant about the certification because I thought, well, I didn't need it. I just want to really get pregnant, right?
Right.
But I went through the certification, and the first month changed my world. And in balancing out hormones, I didn't even know I was out of balance until I went through the program myself. And as a student of the program, but also as a client, I got to experience both. And it was a life changer, so much a life changer just that first month. So yeah, I experienced an actual normal period at 41 that I've never, ever experienced. And I didn't know was possible. I didn't even know. So when I talked to you, I was like, is this normal? I didn't even know it was normal to be like not experiencing any symptoms. And so, yeah.
I love that.
That was the best part.
Yeah. We talked back and forth a lot before you even decided to join me. And so I'm so happy that the experience was, what we talked about. I love that.
Yes, very much so.
Awesome. So what is a couple things you would say for somebody maybe that are, like you said, you didn't even know you had an issue. So first, How would we know? And then what are a couple things we can do to start healing our hormones? Maybe, one or two tips that we could start today.
Yeah. So basically I just followed exactly what was in the program as if I were a client, because I was a client and a student learning, but I just did with the acronyms, the puzzle, just everything we went through, whole food vitamins, whole food nutrition, really hydrating myself, being intentional on getting better sleep, taking my TV out of the room so I could actually have sleep, just being intentional. But I didn't know. We were always taught, that, pop a pill around your period time because it's normal. You're going to have cramping, this and that. And I just always thought that way until I started doing the work and implementing what was being taught, just even that first couple weeks, in regards to just switching out some whole food, nutrition, eating just better. And it's not anything too drastic, just simple steps of switching things out. Once I was done with something, even like a toxic product, like you say, I just switched it out for something non-toxic, toxic free and better. And my food, my husband luckily was on board, and we kind of just went through this together, and it was a transition, but we did it together. So it was good to have that partner. But yeah, just really the food is what got me, and the seed cycling. Seed cycling was everything to me. I had no idea what that was, but I started just sprinkling it in here and there. And I wasn't perfect. I didn't, hit it by the books, but I did implement it. And I just, within those first couple weeks, that first month, like I said, I experienced that period and just the whole month. So it was not just the bleeding part of the period, but the whole month was just so wonderful. And I didn't know until I experienced what a good month was like that I even had hormonal imbalance, because I thought I was fine. I was working out. I was a personal trainer. I was doing the right things. I thought I was eating right, but that month showed me I was not. So I guess until you experience it, then I don't know, because I thought I was fine.
Right. And I get that a lot. I'll have people say, well, like, I'm eating healthy. I don't understand what I could do to tweak, but then I'm having all these symptoms. So I'm like, well, something's obviously off. It's probably your hormones. And so it's different from eating healthy. It's really eating certain nutrients to optimize your hormones, to optimize your fertility, all of that. So I love it.
Exactly. Yes. And that's what I learned.
Yes. So talk to me about, what is the favorite part of the program? Like, what is your most favorite thing that you've learned?
Oh, so the favorite thing was in regards to how the program is set up. So I love how I could be a client and a student. So I go through it myself. There's a coaching, there's like a client video that you see, and then there's a coaching part of it. So I really got to shift back and forth and see what it's like to be a client, what it's like to be the coach, and really get that information and understand it. And just having access to the program to where I can always go back to it and refresh, because there's so much involved. I've never had a program that was so in-depth and focused like this is. And so I couldn't just take it all in at once, even going through it as a client myself. So I love how we can always go back to it and refresh, and you always get more. I love how it's always updated, and you just get things that you didn't get before. So
I love that. And that's kind of why I structured it like this, because I had so many people coming to me that were struggling with their own health issues. Maybe it was fertility, hormones, whatever it was. But then they also were like, I want to do this as a business. Maybe they were already a coach like you, or maybe they were another wellness practitioner, a chiropractor, a naturopath, something. And they're like, I want to add fertility coaching, but I also have my own health. So I wanted to give it both. And so I love that you said that. That's amazing. Yeah. And that was the other reason too. I said, you have lifetime access, because you do need to go back. We do add things. It's a constant learning, and I don't want you to feel like you have to memorize it all and then you're locked out. So you always have that access. So that's why I created it like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, because there's just, it's so involved. And I love how it's not just one of those weekend courses. It's actually, you are an expert. You are leaving an expert. You're going through it as an expert. Like, you really get it. So that's the best part of the course, is just, you're teaching us to be experts, with the knowledge and understanding and the experience that we get ourselves. So we know it works.
Yes, I know. And it's 40 weeks of content. You can get through it in 30 weeks because I structured a couple pieces to release simultaneously, but it's not a weekend course. It's definitely, you're going to leave an expert, but it's at your own pace. So it's like you can take all the time you need to complete it. You don't have to feel like you have to rush through. And I did that as well, because so many people are in different stages of their lives. And, some people have full-time jobs or, kids or whatever it is. So it's just really, you can go at your own pace, but when you finish, you will definitely be an expert. So
yes. Yeah. It changed my personal life and it changed my business. I talk about it. It's part of my origin story of how I got started. And I just, it'll always be a part of my story.
Oh, I love that. That's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. You've come so far since we first met. So I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, any pieces of advice you have for somebody that's thinking about, maybe they want to become a coach or they want to add this to their practice? What would you say to them?
So like I said, I was on the fence. I only reached out after stalking Coach Kela for like a
Right.
month, over a year in her group because I was desperate to get pregnant. But I needed the help. So I thought I talked to my husband. I said, I don't care how much it is. I need to get pregnant, you know? And so, I originally just reached out to you for that, but then you were, I seen that you had the certification program. And again, I was on the fence because I thought I wouldn't really use it. I wouldn't need it. I just was focusing on me, but I'm so glad I did because I went in there wanting to get pregnant, but during the whole course, I fell in love with hormones and the balancing of it. And it shifted my passion. It shifted everything in me to where I need to get this message out also because of what I've experienced. So if you're on the fence thinking, maybe you just want to get coached or you don't want to get coached, but you want to help other women, I say go for it because this knowledge is for all women. It's not just for women trying to get pregnant. It's for women of all ages and stages. I mean, really, you can use this, like with me in my practice, I want to change the family dynamic. I want women to teach their young children at 12 or whenever they first start their period that, no, this is not normal and what it really is. So all ages and stages, you can use this information. Even at menopause, this helps so much. I mean, hormones, we all have hormones. We're born with it. We have it. And so, I say if you're on the fence, I would just do it. It's the best thing. This knowledge will not go to waste. Trust me. There's women everywhere who need this and there's not enough coaches. And
Right.
so this is the best thing.
I love that.
I just say go for it. And even if you're not a coach already, that's okay. Because when you're in this program, trust me, even if you're not a coach, you will be an expert. You will be an expert.
For sure. I love that. And it's for all wellness practitioners, not just coaches. I want to mention that. So I have a lot of people, we have a chiropractor or a couple of chiropractors in the program. We have a doula, an acupuncturist.
Mm-hmm.
So it's any wellness professional that wants to add fertility coaching to their practice, they can do that. So I wanted to mention that. And it's a really easy way for you to be able to practice over state lines. A lot of people don't realize that, but as a coach, you can see clients worldwide. As a licensed practitioner, you have to only practice in the state you live in and the state you're licensed in. So that's a really good point to point out where if you're a wellness practitioner, you're listening to this and you're like, well, I'm already licensed chiropractor, I can't do this. But this is a way for you to add another additional stream of revenue and a way for you to help more people. So I always like to mention that. And I love that it's helped you so much. That is amazing. You have truly shined through this program. You have your whole business has changed. Your whole, health has changed. All of it.
Yeah. And also we have a physical therapist in the group too.
Oh yeah.
In the program.
Yep.
She's my accountability partner.
Oh, still. I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different medical professionals. So it's definitely a wide range of students. So I love that. Mm-hmm. Yay. Well, cool. So tell everybody where they can find you if they want to learn more about the Happy Hormones Coach, about you, about your coaching.
Yeah. So I have a podcast, The Happy Hormones Coach, and it's on iTunes, Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, kind of anywhere you play your podcast. Or I mostly hang out on my website, thehappyhormonescoach.com. So you'll find blog posts and videos and about the programs.
I love that. And you're on social media too, right? Where are you at there?
I am. Right now, so I'm on Instagram as The Happy Hormones Coach. YouTube, which I will be using, but mostly Facebook. My personal profile, Jenifer Self, that's public, or it's still under Faith Health Fitness is my business page, but Instagram, The Happy Hormones Coach.
I love it. So definitely follow Jenifer, reach out to her if you want to, learn more about your hormones or chat about this course for sure. And if you're interested in this course, you can go to the website. That's CoachKela.com. Look under certifications. We have a course catalog. We have all of our pricing. We're actually doing $1,000 off for the month of April. So definitely check that out and get all those resources. And then if you have further questions, you can book a call with me right from the website. So awesome. So any final thoughts, Jenifer, before we close?
No, I just say we need more people helping women out here. There's so many women who need help and who, like me, didn't even realize it. My doctor didn't tell me. She said everything was fine with my hormones. There's no reason why you shouldn't be getting pregnant. But I quickly learned that there was a reason, and now I knew why. So I really just say, just go for it, because women need you. I mean, there's so many, and there's not enough coaches in this. So yeah, I say just do it.
For sure. And I agree. Well, thank you so much, Jenifer. I love talking to you. It's always
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you guys for listening. And if you want more information, please go to my website at coachkela.com. All right. Thanks. Bye. Thanks for tuning in today to the Hormone Puzzle Podcast. Check out the show notes for today's episode at coachkela.com. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and leave a review. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next week.